Yo, hello there guys, and welcome back to some Final Fantasy XVI. We are on level 14, still right in the beginning. I just wanted to say, look at the save icon characters. They're just like Final Fantasy VI designs. I love the old school reference. We are live on twitch.tv/MikeyMegaMega. I'm very happy to see
I
you.
want you to meet.
At this hour?
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kip.
And we are Clive, still doing side missions, fighting against the Imperials and against the Ironclad, because they've got really nasty people, with my doggy and my boy over there.
You're the kind man who saved Mummy. Thank you.
10 out of 10. Best script work.
You have
Oh, he's a merchant.
But you're free to look.
This long sword does 95 damage. I will buy it immediately.
I hope it's to your liking. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Actually, can I sell my last
Have a
couple?
nudge, but you're free to look.
Yo, yeah, here's my old Broady and my old Imperial.
Here's what we agreed on. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Okay, sweet. However, that's not who I wanted to talk to. I want to speak to the Quinton. Normally my dog can point me in the right direction. I've got animal instincts for knowing where to go. Oh, it's him.
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
Oh,
Good
him?
morning.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic. And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
Oh, I see.
A
They're
dominant?
helping the escapees
Now that I
so that
would
they can
like to
utilize
see.
them.
Meaning you haven't.
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lostwing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked.
So, Wing Zero. Wing Zero, you've just said you watched Falcon and the Winter
Happily,
Soldier.
I can provide a solution to your dilemma.
Have you finished
As a
it?
favor to Sid, that is.
Have you watched all of it, or where are you up to? Before I stop chatting.
Take this. You
Your
will find
Andrea-
it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
I'll loosen you with my tongue. Andrea, you're always worth a compliment, don't you worry. Mate,
May the mothers guide you.
I've been Pokemoning for another week on vacation. Oh, Snowrip, you're going hardcore. Yo, put your feet up, mate.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lostwing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lostwing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
So, held captive,
Let's see if this thing really works.
along with some other people, by the Ironclad is the other dominant of fire, a mysterious youth with a hood over his head, but may or may not have some kind of relationship to me. Regardless, I'm kind of wondering if there's been a splitting of souls or psyches in some dodgy historical event. Who knows? Also, Command_Official King Willie. How you doing? Welcome back in. You finished it, Wing Zero. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Spoiler alerts. One of the things I couldn't help but personally find is that
And that's all you can remember.
one of the most interesting points it had to make was, what do you do to the dispossessed? If half your... Oh, hello. What's this guy up to?
Ah, Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
What if this particular one turns out to
Never
be
tell us.
Joshua?
One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
So in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, basically because of the Thanos blip, he snapped half of the universe out of existence. So on Earth, it meant a whole load of first world countries were suddenly under manpowered and under resourced. So we invited whole loads of people from other countries, not just third world countries, but like different countries in Europe. So we encouraged an exodus of work and labour forces to come into America, to come into England and so on. And for the next 5 years, that was what society was. We had a glut of resources, but not the manpower and labour to keep our standard of living ticking over. So, following the unsnapping at the end of Endgame, everyone came back, and the Global Repatriation Council is basically a group who are like, okay, well, everyone's come back now, so we need to let them go home, which means all of the foreigners who we invited in and made our family over the last 5 years, we need to then kick them out and send them back to their own countries, regardless of the fact that their own countries are completely under-industrialized and under-resourced, for the very reasons of us getting all of their work power to come over here. A kind of thank you very much, now you can fuck off kind of thing, which is pretty fucked up. So that was fascinating. And that was the one thing that was never resolved or addressed. Like, it was addressed, but it only went as far as the fact that the Falcon at the very end basically gave a kind of, you know, you need to learn to be better speech. Be better, do better, government. So he stands outside giving like a 5-minute speech looking like a plastic child's toy to a couple of the Global Repatriation government members. And he's like, you can't just dispossess people and send them back home after all they've done. You gotta be better. But we never learned out what happened. They all just listened to him and were like, okay, anyway, we've already voted.
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important.
I like her
It's a
accent.
good thing you done today. Getting rid of those bastards.
Yo, we're kicking tonight, boys.
When you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now. Along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Sid's found anything.
Okay, is that all the info we need? I might go back to that merchant and just see if he's got a few light potions and stuff. I was taking a bit of damage last time.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
A wolfskin sash. Even better.
I hope it's to your liking.
Quit. And traveller's bands.
Ah, yes.
Meteorite pieces, Valley Madder pieces, an Idyllis of the Empire orchestration roll. 40 grand! Don't even know what it is. Let's grab a few potions, yeah?
I hope it's to your liking. You never have too many. Yeah, that'll fetch a good price.
Okay, sweet. Hey, Grass Walker, how you doing, dude? Hey, Mega Vega, welcome on in. Mikey, don't forget to read what I said about Command, the CMD part. This CMD is Campers Must Die, but thanks. All campers must die! You're not a big camper van crew kind of guy, you're good to know. Guys, welcome on in. Is there a first fantasy? And how did we get here? Mikey, I need you to help me, please, and thank you. Great White Kitty, let me take you back to the good old days of Final Fantasy 1. I think it was Rinston or Snowrip who said that they started from 1 back in the day. I've seen 1, 2, and 3. I wasn't impressed. I saw 4, and that looked interesting. 5 looked good, but I hear it's not a very good story. And as I keep saying, 6 is where the magic starts.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news.
I'll whisper Final Fantasy history lore into your ear one night, Izzy. 48-hour session. There'll be something else happening to you during it.
So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass.
Oh, yeah.
Not much to go on, but...
Yeah, so guys...
I've been thinking...
I plan to do
If our
Kick.
friend is a dominant,
Yesterday?
why not just burn the Royalists to a crisp?
Too ill for
There's
horrible.
a reason he's holding back.
Kick.
And I reckon it has something to do with his partner.
Art stream.
What makes you say that?
Tonight.
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
Yeah, that being said, so... Can you tell I've got that sash? Is that the thing that's just hanging off me and covering one of my legs? Is my belt cooler? Is my sword cooler? I haven't actually necessarily noticed the differences, but the design work is still quite traditionally inspired and a little bit muted in its glorious shape language, even though I do love it. Yeah, I want to know who my first 75 followers are on Kick, because you'll get your name on a piece of custom artwork. This game is very different from the whole Cloud Tifa era thing. Vivacious, absolutely. I like that it's more adult, they swear. I like the voice cast. And I like that it's got this very kind of muted, slightly more traditional look, even though it's also very fantastical. But the colour palette's really pushed down. Yeah. So far, yee. Yee. Is this before or after June?
About those beds.
Beds?
You reckon you'll make it through,
I seem
Baddy?
to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
We've got to earn our keep. Sounds like the worst date imaginable. It's not a date I'm thinking of, mate. Let's just say, Ayatollah, I'm pretty confident you would not like what would happen.
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade.
Oh, is that it?
It gets easier.
It happened
Don't
off
worry.
screen. Okay.
I won't.
If we leave
Final
now,
Fantasy
we'll arrive at the care when
ASMR.
the shadows are at the deepest.
Ooh.
Unless you'd rather wait.
Ooh, yeah.
No more waiting. The road south, then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
But we haven't done it yet. Okay, I thought we'd actually just done it off screen, but I think we're about to do it now. It just cut to us standing outside that area. Am I going the right way?
Nothing down here but dust and cobwebs.
Make for Care Norvent. Even that sounds like Kaer Morhen, although Kaer is an existing road, right? For like, derived from Cairn? Kicks in beta. It's better than nothing, though. I follow. Hedgie, thank you so much. Hey, Beefy, how you doing, man? Does that mean all art streams will be Kick from now on? No, not at all, not at all. Basically, Kick affiliate is quite doable. 5 hours of streaming, 75 followers. I reckon we could do that this weekend with your help. With you! And that means you can earn on Kick. So I would like to do a Kick-specific piece of art where my first, I don't know, well, if I get any, basically. But let's say my first 10 or first 15 subs on Kick will get the piece of art that we're making. Basically, anyone who subscribes to me on Kick will get this particular drawing, right? Just so that I can see what it's like having subs on Kick, what the cut is, what the experience of it's like. It might actually really suck. Twitch is much better integrated with Discord and everything else. But it doesn't hurt to have a presence there, even if it's a really basic bitch one. Just because, you know, internet platforms are a nightmare. I think I've actually managed to go backwards to where we were earlier, instead of expressly going towards this direction here, thanks to the knowledge gleaned from clicking on a map button. So we're just going to go this way again. Shady and Shady. It sounds like a shady lad, shady lass. Typical couple in London. Mate, you don't want to walk around London. Mate, you don't want to be in London after 4 PM. Keep your hands over your pockets. Great White and Mikey. Anything for you? Good girl. I'm not even going to read that whole thing. Cheers, Ayatollah. I finished reading all of the Dune books, by the way. Goodness, it goes deep. So deep. But the end? Mwah. Alice. Great. Vivacious Alice, the fact that you have a partner is the only reason why I've not been all up in your business regarding you reading Dune. Don't you worry. You're safe, because I respect relationships. But good lord, I'm so pleased to hear that. When you say you've read up to Dune, how many books have you read? Are you basically... Did you do the 3 that make up the main story? Or did you do the 6 that make up the main universe?
Hi again. Today also a sub notification popped up. Don't know why, lol.
Toasteezy, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the 1 year. Happy birthday, Toasteezy. You are delicious and wonderful and deserve many good things. How you doing? What's going on, man? How's your weekend? Okay, should we try that again? Right, I'm gonna go left, round and right. Oh, yeah, I should have done this. Excuse me, my throat's still a little bit janky. Lovely to have you guys, though. Vibing along. 5 bloody eyes! Alright, mate. Joke's on them, I've got nothing worth stealing. All 6. I wasn't going to do the latter 3, but the God Emperor didn't feel like the end of the story. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's how it kind of gets you. It's quite clever like that, Alice. Like, the first 3 is like, you know, the trilogy of Paul's story. And then at the end of that trilogy, you have somebody else doing, don't worry, no spoilers, but you've got someone else doing what Paul should have done. Well, not necessarily should have, but what Paul decided not to. And it's so extreme that you kind of feel compelled to just at least look at book 4, God Emperor of Dune. I literally just want to leave. I just want to go here. How am I still stuck here? And then once you've gone to God Emperor, you're just like, well, I'm so far in the future, I might as well just dip all the way in, right? So, Vivacious Alice, who or what do you think
Back to me, my darling.
the old couple
I can't bear another night without
that
you.
can view them through the web of reality? What do you think the old couple are?
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern.
Oh, good.
You're not thinking of anything.
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent.
Before we get into combat, let's just double check my abilities. I've got 30 points to spend. Okay, nothing.
Welcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
I wish they'd make the movie up to the second book at least. I do like the second book, because the second book is basically fallout and consequences, which I always find fascinating in narrative stories. But I do expect that to never happen. A Royal Mastiff, okay. So I've got my big fireballs. I've got my fire sword with teleport in. I've got a 4-strike combo. I've got a attack and strike mix. Jumping attack. Let's try that again. There we go.
You know what to do.
I've got a thrust and a jumping slice. Q, just as I remembered. And I'll double check my Ekion abilities in a minute. Did you say the first 75 followers on Kick would have their name on a custom art? Yeah, why not? Like, my objective for this weekend is to do 5 hours on Kick by Sunday night, and have 75 followers so I can reach affiliate. So I thought that would be a nice way to encourage them. We'll do like...
take a stronghold they've no chance of
I
holding.
don't, like, I'm just coming up with ideas now, but we'll do like Tsunade or something, holding one of those scrolls. I don't know, anything. But I'll put the 75 names will go on the scroll. And then they can grab it out of Discord or something. Maybe? Does that sound good?
Best to execute it.
I'll stick it on a spreadsheet. The thing about Final Fantasy I like is they always have a new menu system in game design. Yeah, they always nudge around for combat, the menu. They always change the relationship between people and summoning. Yeah, I like it. I like that they just constantly shuffle around the themes and use it as an opportunity to explore an idea. Yeah, massively. Australias.
Stay down.
Oh! Just murdered that boy.
Don't let them get away. Over here. There, boy. You know what to do.
Yeah, let's go.
You know what to do, boy.
Oh! I can do a fire attack on them when they're prone on the floor, not just a stab down. Oh, I'll see you, lad. God, I wish my character ran faster. Waiting for that to kick in takes too long. Oh, hello. More meteorite parts. I've been picking up meteorite parts this whole game. I don't know their relevance to the universe yet. You can know who followed you when? Hedgie? I have no idea. I'm hoping that I'm going to have a list. I'm hoping that Kick has a list of followers. My research on Kick is limited so far. I'm going to try to add some emotes this afternoon before I go live.
I don't care who else is in there.
Fire! Yes, Mega Vega, yes. I feel like they really are the face dancers, but like you said, they could be the author and his wife. Damn that whole concept though. The net and the no ship. Yeah, oh god. Oh, I'm sorry, Vivacious, I forced you to already listen to me on that. Yeah, I mean, in universe, I completely agree. the idea of the evolved, freed face dancers, because like it's that whole Tleilaxu shit and the idea of evolving to become freed from slavery and freed from bondage is, you know, it's the exact same as trying to free yourself from a future, freeing yourself from a narrative or a life that is forced upon you, i.e. the golden path leading to the death of humankind, and trying to free from that is a variation on freeing yourself from bondage, right? Yeah, it's so good, yeah. Wait, is this active or not? You gotta wait for it to exist.
Get him, boy! Sick of Toggle! Give them all you've got, boy! There, boy!
Oh, I can juggle it!
Boy. Sick of Toggle!
Mate, love a bit of juggling.
Over here.
Also, it is quite weird doing lots of magic willy-nilly without using up like a magic meter or requiring ether. The fact now that these are just abilities directly related to my Echions, but granted. Very interesting. Guys, which Final Fantasy, regardless of plot or characters or design, which Final Fantasy game had your favourite combat system? I'm going to read the third body problem next. Any good sci-fi world-building suggestions? Except for Malazan. Oh god, I wouldn't wish Malazan on my worst enemy, Alice. No. The three body problem is really interesting. I actually stopped at the end of the second book because I wasn't in love with how it was written. A few ideas, by the end of the second book, a few ideas kind of get wrapped up a little bit like an afterthought. And I was just kind of like, However, the world building in the books afterwards.
Battering down the front door.
I watched a couple.
This endeavour will require a bit more tact.
I watched a couple videos on it.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge.
Mental. It's so cool.
Through to the lower levels of the care.
It's actually bonkers. So let me know what you think, and tell me if the third book's worth it.
We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are.
Yo, a free society without a caste system.
But our world isn't ready for a place like that.
I know, man.
So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
Oh, Snow Rip, is a lot of this game recycled out of Final Fantasy XIV? Hedgie, thank you very much for the kick follow, bro. Does anybody know about Kick in terms of, is there a bot I can use? And can I integrate it with something like Streamlabs or something similar?
Tell me about this, Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made.
Oh, he used to be with her.
Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden of the Wind.
I reckon Sid's got a really dark past that he's making up for. He's a bit like Baltair from 12.